What is the worst Nintendo console of all time? The Panasonic Q is incredibly weird. So this is actually a GameCube that was sold as a Panasonic device because it had a DVD player built in. This was actually kind of a cool piece of tech, but it was absurdly expensive. You can't talk about Nintendo failures without hitting the Virtual Boy. I personally like it, but it was way too ahead of its time. Not only would it give you headaches, no one bought them, it just was not it. Good effort, but they forgot about it immediately. When it comes to the Wii Mini, this was cheap, it was only $100, but they stripped out everything. No GameCube compatibility, no Wi-Fi. It was a Wii, but just barely. The Game Boy Light was a cool idea in theory, but terrible at execution. It was supposed to be the first Game Boy with a backlit screen. The screen was so dim that it was basically just as bad as the regular displays, and the worst part was, it was replaced almost immediately. The Game Boy Color came out the same year as the Game Boy Light, meaning that it never escaped Japan. I think the worst Nintendo console was the Wii U. It had terrible sales, especially considering the Wii and the Switch after it were super successful. The gamepad was silly, it was an okay gimmick, but most people thought that this was the console without realizing it was a whole other thing, or they thought there was an attachment for their existing Wii. The performance was terrible. This basically was as powerful as a PS3 1 year before the PS4 came out. It was out of date almost immediately. It was a failure in every sense of the word. So if you want to talk about the worst, this has got to be it.